Dr. Kellaprice here with Healthy Fit. Thank you for joining me for SMR stretch, mobility, and recovery. I've got my mat and my roll gut tools. It's okay if you have other foam roll tools. I also have some essential oils that we're going to be using today. We're going to start by stretching out our upper body that gets tight from using the computer or texting. And we're going to start with that with our roll gut. You can get these on my website, but if you have any foam roller, you can do these exercises with this because we want to release the muscles in our lats, our shoulders, and any tension in our upper chest that makes us have this hunched over posture. We're going to start with the lats. So with the roll gut, I'm going to put my start at the bottom part of my rib cage and place it in this outside area here. Pressure, I'm balancing on my shoulder. I'm using this bottom foot here, this bent leg, to push. If you find a tense area, you're going to breathe through it. That feels good. Now this might be uncomfortable if you're super tight, your lats are overactive, and we want to release that tension. Our muscles are like Velcro, and the fascia tissue gets stuck together, and as we apply the pressure, it's going to release and melt away that pressure. Let's switch to the other side. Again, you're starting at the bottom of your rib cage. Your bent leg is the pusher. We're going to scoot up to the armpit and back. If you find an area that has pressure, you're going to breathe through it before you move on. I found the spot right there. Breathe through it. Working on the shoulders now, I get a lot of tension in my upper back. So the roll is great because it has these areas so as not to put pressure on your spine. Well, we want to put the foam roller halfway up your back. You're going to support your head looking up at the ceiling, rolling back. I'm going to scoot up a little higher, get those shoulder blades. This is where I have a lot of my tension right there. And back. You're going to feel so much better working at the computer today after releasing all this tension. Now, the other muscle that can be overactive from computer work is our pecs. So I'm going to place the roller in front of me, and I'm going to press on this meaty part, the muscle of the chest, and kind of rock back and forth. Releasing that muscle, that feels really good. Other side. Breathing through those stretches. All right, before we get into some more stretches, we're going to incorporate our essential oils. I'm using Young Living today. There are a number of high quality oils on the marketplace. Young Living is one of them, and we know where they're sourced from, which is really important, especially if you're putting them on your skin, because your skin is going to infuse it, or it's your biggest detoxification organ. And you wouldn't want to put things on your skin that you don't know where they're coming from. So I'm using lemongrass, peppermint, and tangerine. And you don't need a lot if you have high quality oils. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the peppermint for focus. I'm going to put it right here on my temples. And if you're having some breathing issues, you can also put a tiny bit under your nose right here. Now, if you're super sensitive the peppermint might be a little bit too much under the nose, but I find it's great for relieving tension, and it opens up my breathing. I have asthma, so I love the peppermint. I'm also gonna put a little bit on my wrists. Then also on my wrist, I'm going to add the lemongrass and the tangerine. If you have grapefruit oil, that's another great one to use. Put your wrists up to your nose and take a few deep breaths right here. One more. Expanding your rib cage. I want you to feel your ribs expand. And as you come back, they come back to their natural position. Let's do that one more time. Put your hands on your rib cage. I want you to feel those ribs expand, filling up your lungs, breathing all the way down below your belly button into your thoracopelvic cylinder. One more. Let's come to a standing position here. Big inhale up. Exhale. Bring your hands behind your ears. Chest opener. Let's do that again. Big inhale up. Exhale. This time I want you to twist, look behind you. Feel that good spinal stretch. Again, big inhale. Exhale. Rotate and twist to the other side. Putting your hands on your quads, not your knees. We're gonna do a standing cat-cow here. Round your back, inhale, exhale. Pressing through the spine. Coming into a connector squat, coming down to your quads here, or reach down for the floor, into Atlas stretch. Now this stretch should feel really good from your pinky all the way down your side, especially since we did that SMR work. One more. Reach and pull down, reach, pull, squeezing your shoulder blades back. Again, all that release that we just did should feel amazing. Switching sides, connector squat. Down to crossing your legs, hands on your quads, or reaching down towards the floor. And then reach up, stretch. Again, enjoying that stretch from your pinky all the way down to your hip bone. How are we feeling so far? I feel pretty good. That peppermint oil is energizing me. Overhead side stretch. Dropping the other hand down here. Again, feeling that stretch from your pinky all the way down to your hip bone. Feels so good. Other side. Now from inactivity, like at your desk, we can also get tightness in our feet. And so we're gonna work those out with a little bit of foot fitness. If you don't have the Rolga activator, it's this cool little lightweight ball. You can use a tennis ball, a lacrosse ball, a golf ball, racquetball, any kind of small ball like this. I'm gonna start by stepping on this ball. This one's cool because it has that texture. Stretching out your toes. If I can come a little closer here. Stretching out the toes over the side of the ball. Oh, I just had my foot crack. Feels good. Moving down to the arch of the foot, putting some pressure. Our feet have to carry us everywhere that we're going to go, so it's important to take good care of them. And ladies, if you like to wear the high-heeled shoes, doing foot stretches every day is so important. It'll make your feet feel so much better. Let's do that on the other foot. Starting with the toes, stretching out those toes over the edge of the ball, moving up to the ball of the foot, putting some pressure. In the arch, I have high arches and this is my favorite. And if you're struggling with plantar fasciitis, this is a great thing to do in the morning, right when you roll out of bed and your feet are super tight, as well as before you go to bed or after exercise, or after a long day in those high heels. Your feet will thank you for it, and it will pretty much eradicate the plantar fasciitis because all that over tightness is getting released through this process. Now you can also take your ball and rub on the bottom of the foot. We're gonna do this just really quickly on each foot. Starting at the heel, going up to the metatarsal heads, being very careful not to push on this large metatarsal head because it will be sensitive. Pressing through the arch, wiggling the ball a little bit. And if you wanted to incorporate some oil into this as well, you could. Other foot. It's really cool because your foot incorporates or is matched up with different other body parts. And so when you do footwork and foot massage, you can help stimulate body functions all over your body. Everything from improving digestion to helping you with breathing, reducing pain in other areas or tension. If you've ever done reflexology, that's what they're doing. Okay, set that aside. Now that our feet should feel pretty good, we're gonna work on them a little bit more with a sun salutation series. Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold, reaching down towards the floor. Half lift, hands on your thighs, flat back. You should be like a 7. Exhale down to the floor, step back into a plank. Now I'd like you to be in a plank on your toes because I really want you to push back on that landing pad and get a good foot fold for that foot fitness. You can rock back and forth a little bit, stretching out the toes. 3, 2, 1, stepping it in. Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, hands on your quads. Exhale, step it out to plank, this time going into a down dog, pushing back, heels towards the floor or the mat. Single leg dog, extend, keeping your hips parallel. Pulse, 2, 3, bring your knee in. Again, pulse, 2, 3, knee in. You can be on your knee here as well. Pulse, 2, 3, in. Pulse, 2, 3, stepping it all the way in. We're gonna do that on the other side. Are you ready? Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. Back down to the floor. Step it out. Pushing back into the down dog. Heels towards the mat. Single leg dog on the other side. Hips are square. Point that toe. Squeeze that glute. Pulse. 2, 3. And drive it into the knee. Pulse. 2, 3. Pulse. 2, 3. Exhale, one more. 2, 3. Step it in. Doing something different, continuing on with our sun salutation. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale down to the floor. Come on into a ball now. Again, you can flex your feet here. Curl yourself up. Allow your neck to relax. 2 more deep breaths. Rolling up, only to your halfway. Your hands are still on the ground. We're going to do a hamstring stretch here. Bend and straighten. As you bend, you're looking forward, sitting back like you're reaching for that kindergarten chair. Straighten, feel that good stretch in your hamstring. Breathe through it. Now we can be here as well. That feels so good, doesn't it? One more. Rolling it up, big shoulder roll. Stepping back into a lunge. I'm gonna rotate this way so you can see. My feet are parallel. They are not going to intersect. Both toes are pointing to the front. If your foot's out to the side, I'd like you to take your foot wider and closer together to get that good lunge position. As we inhale, we reach our arms up. Exhale. Inhale. Extend those arms. Exhale. Inhale. Sinking down, our knees coming straight down in alignment with that foot. See that? We're gonna switch, other side. Stepping back. Check that alignment again. Both feet are to the front. Inhale your arms up. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Nice deep breaths. Again, focus on your breath so your rib cage expands, filling your lungs with air, opening up your chest, breathing all the way down below your belly button into your TPC. Last one. Step it in. Going into a chair, your feet are parallel. Chair squat. Nice flat back. Reaching back for that chair. Now we're going to find our balance, figure 4 stretch. If you need something for balance, go ahead and grab that. You should feel the good stretch in the outside of the leg. How does that feel? Other side, chair squat, pushing back, crossing, sinking into that stretch. Oh my gosh, that feels so good. Come on up. One more on each side. Chair, figure 4, sinking into that stretch. Try to sink a little bit lower the second time through. Get a deeper stretch. Other side. Are you feeling energized yet? I know I am. Stepping back into the warrior 2. Your front leg is pointed toe to the front. The back foot is perpendicular. Arms nice and long. Right here, we're gonna sink into that. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. Nice long line with your hands, looking over that front arm. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Hold it right here. Going into a right angle. We can put our hand on our quad, down towards the calf, or on the floor. Making a straight line from this bottom hand all the way up, stacking the shoulders. Sinking into that a little bit deeper. Now we're gonna find our balance and push off into half moon. From this front leg, push off. Still stacking the hands, making your body flat like a piece of toast. Trying to go in a toaster. Come on up. We're gonna do that on the other side now. Again, if your balance isn't quite there, you can use a chair for balance on those half moons. Front leg is pointed to the front, other leg is perpendicular, arms out nice and wide. Sink back in it. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Are you sweating? You should be getting a good little stretch workout. This is low impact, but we are doing some strength moves, stretching everything out. So your heart rate should be elevated slightly. Exhale, hold it here, going into the right angle, hand on the quad, the calf, or the floor. Again, a nice long line from top to bottom. I'm gonna turn to the side right here for you. Feeling that good stretch, pushing off into the half moon again, into the front leg. Now again, if you have a chair or something, you can hold on to that chair and balance right here. Or down on the floor. Stacking those shoulders, trying to make your body nice and flat. Squeezing the butt cheek. Come on up, slow and controlled. We're gonna tip at the hip now. 3-point balance. Allowing the head to drop. Straight in your standing leg, squeezing the glutes, keeping the hips to the floor. Tip it up. Again, down. Squeeze. And up. Other side. Hips are square to the front. Find your balance. Come on up. One more. And slowly come on up. Sumo squat, your feet are wide. Cross, hands reaching down towards the floor. Open up that chest. Cross, open. So you're squatting each time. Squat, open, squat. Trying to sink a little bit lower as we go through this movement to really stretch out the hip flexors. Reaching down, chest is nice and high. Tall and proud. One more. Stepping it in. Walking to the back of your mat. We're gonna inchworm it down, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Block it out. To a plank. On your knees or toes, I want your hands narrow. We wanna come down into a tricep push-up. So my hands are rubbing on the sides of my shirt. Elbows are tucked in, leading with the elbows. Nice long spine. Whether you're on your knees or your toes. Come on back up. Rolling it back up. Big shoulder roll. We're gonna do that again. Roll it out. One vertebrae at a time. Walk it out. On your knees or toes. Push up. Nice long line from your tailbone up to your neck. One more. Walking it back. Rolling it up. Roll it back down into a plank. We're going to do a stretch. You can be on your toes here or your knees, stepping forward into runner's lunge. Rotate and reach. Feeling that good stretch. Again, your hands are stacked from top to bottom. Back to your plank. Rotate and reach. Again. Reach. You should be able to stretch all on the underside of this leg, yeah? Doesn't that feel amazing? Rotate and reach. This time, drop to your knees. Everyone's on their knees. Step forward into that runner's lunge. Push onto the outside blade of your foot. Press on your quad to open up the leg. Other side. Step it in. Next movement. Side lunge. Side, 2, 3. Hold it right here. Rotate and reach. Side, 2, 3. Rotate, reach. 1, 2. Hold it on this side. Rotate, reach. Sinking into it, feeling that good stretch in the inside of the leg. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Last one. Step it in. We're gonna lay down on the mat for the next stretch, starting on our belly. Prone. Now for this exercise, we're gonna reach one arm out to the side, the other arm is bent. We're gonna push off right here to roll kind of your side. This top leg is gonna bend and reach behind you. This is a great spinal stretch. You can bring your arm in closer. It's also a good shoulder stretch. The more you press this leg towards the wall, the more you're gonna feel it all in the top of the leg and the hip flexor. All right, let's do that on the other side. Extend your arm. Your other arm comes next to you. Roll to the side, lift the leg up, place it behind you. Press. Now I can tell this side is tighter. The leg doesn't want to quite go like the other one. But that's why we're stretching, right? Let's go into a child's pose here, pressing back onto your heels. I really want you to push your bottom onto your heels. Reach those arms forward as far as you can. You should feel a good stretch from your pinky all the way down through your lats to your hip. Allow your head to drop towards your knees or the mat. Reach opposing forces of your bottom and your hands. Your bottom's pushing back. Your hands are pulling forward. Couple deep breaths right here. Come on up. We're gonna feed one arm through here, shoulder stretch. Reach the other arm in front of you. Let's do that on the other side. Reach the arm through, the other arm's forward, sink down into that stretch. Roll it on up. Bicep stretch across the body, shoulder away from the ear. Tricep, pull it up over, pulling it back, feeling that good stretch in the arm here. Other side, across the body, shoulder away from the ear, stretching out the bicep. Reach that arm up and over. Couple deep breaths. Now I want you to come and sit comfortably on your mat. Adjust both your sits bones so they're evenly on the floor. Nice tall posture like you have a string coming from your head. Shut your eyes. You can even put a little bit of pressure on your eyes with your hands, and that will bring your essential oils to your nose. Let's take 3 deep breaths right here, nice and slow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Blow it all out. Big inhale, deepest breath all the way down below your belly button. Exhale, blow it all out. I hope you feel amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to tag me in your sweaty selfie at Coach kellaprice, at SMR Stretch. If you have any questions about the oils or any of the equipment that we used today, you can also reach out to me. Tag me in your sweaty selfie. Let me know what you thought of the workout. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you next time.